guys, I am Crystal Sky, and we're here with some more 30 Days of Learning. You may be asking me, Crystal, why do you have Zillow open? What does that have to do with art? So, today I'm going to be telling you what I use to practice architecture. Now, it may not be saying much, but I find it really fun to do. So these are houses in Pennsylvania. I just picked a random state and a random place. And they're all houses that are for sale. So they're up for sale and no one will be worried if I reveal their addresses because they're for sale. Okay. So I go through normally what I do when I'm looking to draw a type of house is I'll go through an area and I'll pick a house that I particularly like. Right? Oh, that's a cute little house. Picture. I just want the picture. Yep. Okay. So they have really beautiful pictures on Zillow, which is mostly why I go on there even though I'm not looking to buy a house. So I'm going to draw this house just to get some architectural practice in, and it's nice to see a house that is kind of different from my area. So let's go!
Okay, so supplies for today are the same Canson XL notepad that I've been using for the past couple of videos, and the multi-points pencil. The pencil point is still good, guys. I replaced it a couple days back, and it's working as intended. I had a lot of problems with this side of the house, the back of the roof there. I erase a lot back there, so that particular point on the house was super tough for me. Yeah, it was erase, essentially what I do. That over to the side is actually from my render sketchbook. It's just kind of hanging out there. I've been using that sketchbook a lot, so. The footage is sped up to 100%, so I did spend a lot of time. I'd say, like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes just doing this little sketch here. So not too long. I shaded the bushes and stuff, but I didn't really shade too much because it's just a sketch to see the different type of architecture in this house. I didn't want to go crazy and do a ton of little details, though I ended up doing a ton of little details in the front of the house, which I wasn't intending on doing. And it just kind of happened, like the railing and the front steps. And I actually erase what I'm drawing now because it's too small for the house. I have problems with proportions and stuff like that. So, you know, it always helps to know when you have issues, and this is one of the issues I have. You notice, yeah, the door is way too small. It looks like there's either 3 stories or it's a miniature door. So I go down and erase it, and I don't erase it well, actually. It's just a problem with that eraser. I should have brought my other eraser over, but I didn't. I just used the details eraser for that, and I drew over it, and I was kind of disappointed with that, but that was my own fault. So, as things usually go, right? So I shaded in the darker areas. I added all the different windows and stuff with just a little bit of details, add character, without adding too much detail. The railing and the stairs down to the ground gave me the most trouble in this piece. I erased it and then redid it and then erased it again. So yeah, I had lots of trouble with that. And as you can see, because I shaded with the lead in this pencil is really soft, and because I shaded that whole bush there, it's smearing all over the place and all over my hand. This is why normal artists use a piece of paper, like a piece of scrap paper, and rest their hand on it. I am not a normal person, let alone an artist, so so I just kind of smeared it all over the place and was expecting, I don't know, beauty or something to that effect, but as you can see, it did not happen. It smeared all over the place, and I didn't really notice until after. So fun. The bushes in front of the house, one of them I wasn't to proportion. Again, the bush closest to the house should have been bigger. There was a little wiry brush in between the 2 brushes that should have been smaller and more wiry. And the third bush to the other side, or this side across from the door should have been smaller and more square. So problems that I didn't do perfectly, but I actually like the way the bushes turned out. All in all, even though I've pointed out all of their failures as bushes, I like the way they turned out. So also that one that I drew right there, that window pane, too small. Yeah, it's a little too small. I really liked the subtle details I added. Just not too much detail, but not that much detail. And the windows, the second windows that I added, weren't stretched enough as they were in the picture, so the proportions were off a little bit. And I just shaded the roof because it was a black roof or a darkish roof. So I shaded the roof to make it look more contrasting, what I think added character to the house.
Alrighty, guys. So what do you think about that? About that whole idea about drawing houses and getting practice from Zillow? It may be a little strange to some people, but when my house is being sold, this is actually how I pass the time. That's how I found about the site, is because my house was listed up on there. I smudged the pencil a little bit. I'm not normally a crazy pencil fan, but what do you guys think? I think it's a really great practice, and I think it's a great way to look at houses from different areas and different types of houses, and figure out what you might want for maybe you're drawing a comic or something and you have a particular house in mind and you're not quite sure about the style or different style choices. It's always nice to go into an area and go, my character lives in this area. I wonder what kind of houses are there. So, go like my video if you like my idea. And how do you guys like my piece? Go tell me in the comment section, shout at me. Tell me how strange I am. I will see you guys tomorrow for more 30 Days of Learning. And bye.